Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you're all doing well. I know it's been quite some time since I made a Clash video. Honestly, things just haven't been the best for me in real life. I was feeling really low for a few days and not up to doing anything. I made a community post about it as well. Thank you guys so much for the support and all your kind comments though. I really did appreciate them. I think it was mainly a lot of stress built up over time, mostly about university, but also other stuff happening right now. And it really did affect my mental state, just kind of doubting myself and a lot of things in general. I don't know. But for university, since it's going to be a huge life change for me, I guess it really did just hit me quite hard. I talked to an advisor and I did figure everything out, so I registered for all my first year classes, which was quite stressful in of itself, but I guess I'm really glad I got through it. I do still want to make videos though, so here we are. I'm not sure how comfortable I am going back to daily uploads or even just really frequent ones, because also I've been quite unmotivated to make videos in general. Evidently it has been quite some time, but it is still something I feel like I enjoy, so I'll try to get back into it slowly at my own pace and see how things go. Hopefully it'll all be okay. Today I'm playing a grand challenge. As you can see, I'm 8-0, going to be using the trusted 3.0 Xbow cycle that you guys all know and love. I really haven't played much. I did try playing some ladder with this really broken E-Giant deck a few days ago, but felt kind of mindless. I didn't really enjoy it. So anyways, here we go though, getting into the first match against K Maspues. Let's give him the good luck. And this is probably going to be one of the worst metas the game has ever seen for Expo, so I guess not to make light of my situation or anything, but I guess kind of a decent enough time for me to not feel like playing, because it is really bad. I mean, there's a lot of Electro Giant, Lightning, or Rocket with Mirror, and overall just Gold Knight still being broken, you know, everything like that. It is just really not a good meta for 3.0, and I know Expo players do say this quite a lot, but it really does feel like the deck is a lot worse, especially after the log, or I should say a lot worse after the balance changes, especially with the log nerf, which isn't that big, but as you can see here, it only does like 55 damage, I believe, or around there, so really not much at all. It is still good on defense though, which is a good thing, but this person is kind of just leaking, and he played a cannon earlier, so I just wanted to fireball it. I'm going to go for a knight, and then I'm going to go for an Expo on the right, since he is probably going to have to respond to this knight archer, so I don't want to Expo right away, since he could just have like a golem or something. But okay, mirrors the cannon. So I think this is going to be that Electro Giant deck. Yeah, it is. Wow, we do get a lot of damage in the left though because of the Knight Archer push. So, and somehow the E-Giant isn't getting hit by my Tesla, which kind of sucks. I am pretty sure, I guess it's because he played it all the way in the far right, but gonna log this E-Giant back to also hit the bomber, and then the tower should be able to finish it off just fine. Yeah, I don't think I need to respond to the bomber either, so you guys know E-Giant was buffed, 9% HP buff, which has been pretty major, I would say. And it is really just everywhere in the meta right now, and a lot of people are complaining about it as well. So I don't know. I'm going to Expo because I think I did outcycle his Electro Giant here, and he splits Zappies in the back, which is good. And okay, yeah, he's going to have Gold Knight, so this is going to be really bad in terms of the matchup, I would say. But he is going to waste the dash, so I think I can go for Archers now. And he shouldn't have enough for E-Giant. You can actually log these Zappies out of range, and perfect, we do get a connection, so absolutely huge. We do force out a Lightning. Gonna Ice Spirit at the bridge, because he doesn't really have anything good in hand, I think, and yeah, we do get another connection. So just amazing single elixir lead for us right now. Just gonna Tesla in the middle, because now he definitely is back to E-Giant and has enough elixir for it, because it is double elixir. But yeah, I think against this deck, again, like I really haven't played in quite a long time, so also hopefully I don't play too badly in this GC, but I don't really know too much about this matchup, but so far what I did, like I'm really just kind of playing based on my thoughts or my experience, I guess. I'm not really like able to commentate that well, I guess, because I don't know, I don't feel like amazing or anything, but yeah, I guess it's kind of random, apologies, but okay, gonna go Skeletons, and that's pretty annoying, the Gold Knight dashes, but he doesn't have enough for E-Giant or back to it right now, I'm pretty sure. So Cannon's gonna come down, but let's just log the Zappies, and that does get chip damage. I think he is gonna have enough for an E-Giant in the left right here, so gonna have to get ready for that, yeah. So let's go Archer's Knight on this level 13 E-Giant, gonna be really annoying, but gonna get my second Tesla ready, and he might Lightning it, honestly, so I'm gonna have to get ready to defend this. Okay, goes for Gold Knight, let's Skeletons off to the side, perfect, so we did just kind of waste its dash. Now we can go for a Knight pretty safely, and log as well on everything, pretty good log value there. And yeah, we are actually still doing really well for ourselves, I would say, in this first match against E-Giant. And he goes for another Cannon, kind of a misplay, because Cannon is really annoying. Like, he did it in single, and I couldn't go in or anything, but let's Expo. He might have enough for the mirrored E-Giant just in time, but yeah, I had a feeling he wouldn't, because that is quite an expensive amount. Even though E-Giant was nerfed to 7 elixir, or rather reduced to 7 elixir, not nerfed. Let's go for a Knight to block. The Gold Knight does also catch the Bomber. Let's go for a Log as well. And Gold Knight just kind of phases through the Log, unfortunately, but Xbow is still alive. And Lightning comes down. He does go for a NATO, but look at this. You can Ice Spirit the E-Giant so that the skeletons do actually attack it. And he goes for a cannon, but I can just Fireball, and it's actually just going to be pretty much spell cycle range from here on out. I can just chill out and defend. Going to reset with another Tesla, and there's no point going in anymore. Just going to defensive Expo actually, and yeah, I had a feeling he would go same lane, so even though my right side tower is lower on HP, I did want to go for the anti-lightning placement on the right instead. And this is kind of what the meta looks like right now, literally just these pushes. E-Giant, mirror E-Giant, and then they have either Lightning or Rocket. Okay, Golden Knight Dash kind of going a bit crazy there. We're going to go for an Expo because he just spent a ton of Elixir. Going to Fireball the Zappies. And he actually misplaced his cannon, so going to log E-Spirit on this E-Giant to make sure it doesn't get too close to my tower. And okay, he is back. I thought he wouldn't be back, but it's still totally fine, honestly, because, I mean, there's no way he's going to take my entire tower with only 10 seconds left. Even with that Lightning, I can pretty much just Fireball. That's going to be a GG. Nice win against this deck, so hopefully that gives you guys some kind of idea of how to play it. I think single elixir is going to be very important against any deck like this, although if they play well, it should still be really hard. But yeah, I guess I'm really glad I was able to beat that one, and that is going to be our first win for a flawless 9-0 start against this deck. Yeah, so if the mastery notification just pops up, yeah, I don't know. This deck is kind of ridiculous. I mean, just the fact that E-Giant Mirror is viable is kind of annoying, so part of why the meta is so bad, I would say, but you can obviously win it as I just did. So let's look for the next match, as we find it right away against Joseph Jr. Let's give him the good luck and see what he's going to be running as he gives it back. So let's just go for an Ice Spirit and see how he's going to respond, if he does respond at all. He goes E-Spirit, so I guess I'll just go for a Knight in the back, and it goes for a Log. Okay, so E-Spirit Log could be a cycle deck, I guess. Goes for Dark Prince. I'm going to Expo opposite, just in case it might be a heavier deck. I don't know. Goes for a Queen. Okay, so this is probably going to be a Royal Giant then. I think it's not really worth it to Fireball the Queen, yeah, because he is also going to use the ability. I'd rather just counter it after. Going to go for Archers and Skeletons. Split Archers so that the Archer Queen dies, but also the Dark Prince on the left gets taken out. I just wanted to be safe. And also, I don't know, like, has been quite a while since I made a video, so I feel like my commentary is a bit off, or I don't know, but hopefully it's fine, and also hopefully I'm able to play fine. Like, I can't really describe everything as well, I feel like, so I'm kind of just playing based on my instincts, I guess. But he just used an RG, and that push wasn't that hard to defend, so I feel like it was a bit of a mistake, and I think I can afford to just Expo here, because he doesn't have RG or Queen in cycle for this, so yeah, he's just forced to Lightning and Log, which makes sense. I didn't really want to predict because he was probably going to just use his spells. RG Lightning though, so this is going to be a pretty tricky matchup. I mean, people have mixed opinions about it, but I personally feel like RG Lightning is pretty difficult for Expo cycle because they do have the Lightning and the Queen, so Lightning is obviously a lot better for them than Fireball because they can just Lightning the Tesla. It does a lot more damage than a Fireball as well, but also they do have the E-Spirit and the Archer Queen in there, so you know, they do have the 3-card cycle enabled, and they can really just spell cycle you out in late game, I feel like, and you can't really go for Expos either because they will just RG or Expo, so I don't know. We're going to try our best though in this match. Now let's go for a Tesla in the middle for the Fisherman, because anything else wouldn't really work. He goes for a Lightning, so I guess I will Expo, and okay, sadly, double Elixir just hit, so that wasn't the best Expo, and also he can just RG, but he just spent quite a lot, I felt like, with the Dark Prince Fisherman and the Lightning, so, you know, if it wasn't double Elixir, I feel like we would have definitely gotten a connection there. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to the time, though. We did just outcycle his RG, though, and he just used the Queen ability, which means I can just counter it pretty easily with Skeletons. Let's go Ice Spirit for the Dark Prince and Knight as well to retarget it. And he goes for a Log, which means we will actually get a connection, which is pretty big. Goes for an RG, so maybe I should have logged that back, but I don't know, I just didn't really feel like it. Because I'm going to log now, though, and we did outcycle the RG again, so let's go for an Expo. He will probably have to Lightning this one, yeah, because there's just too much on the board. And Fisherman is coming down. He goes for a Log. Okay, so I went for Skeleton just to kind of distract it, but sadly Log does take the Expo out. We do have the damage lead in both lanes, but unfortunately the right lane doesn't really mean anything because we can't really go in since he has Lightning, obviously, so you never really want to give them spell value on your weaker side tower with your Xbows. And he is just going to Lightning Cycle, which is exactly what I was talking about. Like, I'm going to go Skeletons for the Dark Prince and Archers. I did kind of mess up those Skeletons, actually, because you can split them to take 2 Dark Prince hits. We'll go Knight as well to protect our Archers from the Fisherman. But yeah, like, that's what I meant. Like, I went for an Xbow because he went for the super aggressive Lightning. And I guess I will go for another one to hopefully outcycle his RG again. Looks like we did outcycle it, but I think he's back to it now. Yeah, unfortunate, so... gonna go Archers as well, and I don't know what else to do. Like, I feel like we kind of have to keep going in aggressively, but at the same time, he is just able to defend just fine. I'm gonna go for a Lightning, or rather Log here, not Lightning, and Ice Spirit. Okay, E-Spirit was a pretty good prediction, actually, so I'm gonna have to go for Skeletons after, and just Fireball the Archer Queen back. I mean, we are still in the damage lead, but again, I'm pretty worried about him just spell cycling. I guess I will Defensive Expo to try and bait out the Lightning in the left, but I feel like he could also just ignore it, and yeah, he does just Lightning on the right, so we'll just Log Cycle, and he goes for an RG now, so we'll go Knight, Archers, and Tesla, and since he did just go for the RG, we can maybe Expo and outcycle it, which would be pretty big, but also, since it is triple elixir, it's going to be pretty hard to outcycle this deck, and yeah, he's already back to it. Unfortunate, because he also does have the E-Spirit in there. We'll go for Log plus Archers, is really committing a lot to this Expo to try and make something happen. Gonna go for a second Expo as well, because I think he is going to be low. We do actually get a small connection there, which is huge. And Ice Spirit should force something out. He goes for the RG, I'll Fireball, because I think we definitely have to Spell Cycle, as he Lightnings, which is fair. I'm going to go Log first before going Knight, so that I can hopefully get back to a second Log sooner. Gonna try and go for another Fireball. I think we do have to go for a Tesla for this RG, because we cannot afford to take any hits from it, of course. Gonna Log as well, and we are back to a Fireball as he gets a Log down, and oh no, that's actually really unfortunate. We just lost by like 21 HP. I'll give him the good game, even though he gave the BM chicken emote, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like we put up a really good fight. I mean, only losing by 21 HP isn't really bad at all, I would say. Especially because I really don't think that's going to be our matchup. Like, RG is pretty difficult, in my opinion, with Lightning. With Fireball, I think maybe I should win, but I don't know. Like, Lightning, I just really... Because you saw he was pretty much just spell cycling us out with Lightnings, and I couldn't really break through, so I don't know. But let's look for the next match, as queue time does seem to be taking quite a while here, so I guess I will cut it and get back to you guys when we find a match. Alright guys, so we are back with another game against Hardy from practice. Let's give him the good luck as he gives it back. And yeah, queue time took quite a long time there, like 2 minutes, so I guess I did have to cut it out. But also, I guess sometimes Grand Challenge queue time can be a while. It goes for a Hog, so I will Tesla, not really in the optimal spot, because I did just kind of have to react to it last second, and also it wasn't in my cycle immediately, so that's kind of what happens. But I think it's fine, because it is just the first Hog is not going to overcommit to the Tesla or anything like that. As he goes for an Ice Spirit, so this is looking like it's going to be 2.6, and if you guys have been watching me for a while, you probably know that I really don't like this matchup. I'm going to go Expo and Knight, and I don't think they hard counter or anything, but I do think it's definitely 2.6's matchup. And he goes for a Hog, so I will Ice Spirit to freeze it, and then probably Log last second as well. And unfortunately though, Log does just clean everything up, and he gets more damage than we did, so... as you can see, like, they can just go for those cannons. I can't really do much about it because nothing really works, especially if they play it out of spell cycle range. And then for your Expos, they can pretty much just all out the Expo with an Ice Golem or like Hog or something. And then it is just kind of annoying because Fireball Log does so much damage to Expos ever since they did do the Expo rework, which I think was pretty much just a nerf a while ago. So yeah, this matchup is going to be annoying, but I'm going to go for an Expo again, and Knight to predict the cannon, or Musketeer again, and he goes for an Hog again, so I will Ice Spirit and Log it last second, as he does go for, once again, a Fireball Log, and as you can see, the Ice Golem is... Okay, but he does go for a Log as well, so that was not the best Log, and I'm actually going to go for Archers now, because, yeah, he goes for an Ice Golem, but Knight is tanking, and Archers are taking out the Ice Golem, which is huge, and they do actually break through, because I think he didn't have either of his cycle cards in hand. Or maybe he did, but he would have played them if he did. So yeah, that's going to be a huge punish, and I'm so happy about that, because I think that's going to be a really good lead that we definitely needed against this matchup. Because like I said, if you don't break through with an Expo, I mean, you can't really break through with an Expo, rather, because they can pretty much just Fireball Log every single Expo, and if they save their Hog for the Expo, as you saw just now, I literally didn't get any damage, and they got spell damage. So I'm going to go for a Log, and now I think... I will probably do my Xbows in the left, because my right side tower is obviously weaker, and he is just going for fireballs on every single one. Hopefully we can get a Tesla down, as we do just barely in time for this hog. So that does get taken out. Gonna go Ice Spirit and then split archers for the Musketeer, as he goes for a fireball as well. But okay, wow, skeletons were kind of misplaced. Should have played them all in the same lane. We do get a small connection for that as well. And okay, he does predict this Xbow, which was pretty well played. But I will still go for skeletons, and I think we will just still log the Xbow, or log the hog, and even fireball the Ice Golem, maybe catch him off guard. And oh my god, it worked out. That's really huge. So that is kind of a play that's really weird, right? Like, you would never really imagine fireballing an Ice Golem to be a good play. But that's exactly why it works sometimes, because they definitely won't expect it. So with a play like either fireball or log on something, you can kill something unexpectedly, and if the opponent isn't ready for it, then you will get a small connection like I did just now. So it was absolutely huge. And now I think we basically won, because we have a huge connection, unless I misplace a Tesla or something. He goes for a cannon and log, so I will just split archers and get my Tesla ready, because yeah, he is back to hog, so we do have to cycle back to Teslas pretty quickly, as he is just fireballing, and I think he just missed my archer. So gonna go for an Xbow and knight in the right, just to keep up pressure, because he did just spend a lot, and I can't really pressure in the left either, because again, my left side tower is pretty weak. So he should be back to a hog. Yeah, he goes for a hog now. Let's go skeletons and archers, and then we are actually back to another Xbow. Gonna go Ice Spirit just in case, yeah, because I think that hog would have gotten a hit if I didn't go for that. He goes for Musketeer, gonna fireball to predict the Ice Golem, and okay, that was well played by him, separating the Ice Golem from the Musketeer, so I couldn't get fireball value on everything. Still though, totally fine. You know, that wasn't the best offense, but I mean, we have a huge damage lead. Gonna just reset with a Tesla, 2 tiles down, because this will kite any hog, as you can see. He goes for a hog, like, super far to the left, trying to bypass my Tesla, but if you go for the Tesla 2 tiles down, it will just automatically kite a hog no matter what, even if you pre-place it, and he is really just trying to push those hogs super far, it seems, but we are still fine. I think we have to go for a knight just in case, and gonna go skeletons, and then I think we'd have to Xbow, so yeah, he did outcycle our Tesla there, which was pretty well played. So if they do outcycle your Tesla, I think you might just have to go for an Xbow, just because you do need to kite the hog. You cannot let it connect to your tower. Gonna try and push this hog into the Tesla with my skeletons and Xbow, because I thought I messed it up. Looks like I didn't though, so yeah, if you go for those pre-Teslas in the middle, not 2 tiles down, hogs won't get kited, so you do have to push the hog into it with a cycle card, or with a log, I guess. Gonna give them a good game, well played, and good luck, just to kind of be a good sport, and that is going to be a really nice win against 2.6, so not really a matchup that I'm fond of, but really nice single elixir pressure, got us a huge lead, and then later on he kind of messed up, we got another connection, and that was kind of really good from there. So yeah, pretty nice win against 2.6 there, and we're at 10-1 now, so hopefully we can keep it going as we find the next match against a Japanese player. Let's give him the good luck and see what he's going to be running as he gives it back. So we will just go for an Ice Spirit to see if he wants to respond to it, and he's just going to go for a miner, so I will catch it with my knight. Usually the first miner is always going to be in the safe spot, so you can be pretty sure that you can just catch it there. Goes for Skelly King, so we'll Expo opposite right away, because yeah, it goes for Skarmy, so this is going to be Mortar bait with the Skelly King, and I believe he also has a Musketeer and a poison in here. It's going to go for a knight to tank against the Mortar, and also for the Skelly King, as he does get a Musketeer down. So Expo's going to get taken out, but Musketeer does get damaged a bit. He goes for bats. I'm actually going to ignore the Musketeer right here and go for an Expo at 6, and I think he didn't have enough elixir for the miner, or else he probably would have gone for one with those bats. So I'm going to go for an Expo now, and that was kind of an unconventional play, but yeah, he goes for a miner. Going to Skellies to try and catch it. Let's also log the miner back to take it out. Let's go Ice Spirit as well, just to predict whatever, and that's going to be a huge connection. So we did do a really unorthodox play there, I would say, by ignoring the Musketeer, but basically I could have overcommitted to it, and or rather committed, not even overcommitted, because I did take like 600 damage, but I did want to just ignore it and go in, because I recognize he didn't have his Skelly King back in cycle, I think, because that's how champion cycle works. They don't get back to it after playing it, they get back to it after it dies. So that was just a really perfect situation for me. Gonna go archers in the middle. Against these mortars, they usually predict your stuff in front of the mortar, so you do have to play stuff lower, which is why I went for my archers low. And yeah, he does have the poison in here, but defensive expo will still do the trick, and I'm fine taking that damage because I got such a huge lead in the left from my play at the start. So yeah, that was honestly really good. And I'm glad because single elixir is basically the main opportunity for you to win against any mortar deck, because usually these fast cycle mortar decks also went for skeletons there to predict the miner, or rather cycled it there in case you went miner, and did work out really well, so pretty good play there as well. Gonna just go for a low knight again. He is predicting constantly with these bats, so you do have to play stuff low. He does go for a lot of stuff in front of this mortar, so I will just fireball everything and just log as well. And Tesla's also just there kind of preemptively stopping any future mortars, so I will just skeletons on the miner and then Xbow right away because he did just spend quite a lot. Okay, looks like my Tesla is unfortunately a bit far, but I will just go for archers for the Musketeer to take it out. And Xbow is on tower, and that's pretty much going to be tower down. I'm going to just fireball the mortar. I'm again fine to just take a few hits because I can just fireball it last second. And let's also try and catch this miner. I'm going to go knight as well, and ice spirit up high, and even archers I think, just because okay, never mind, because I was considering it, but then the Skelly King wasn't really close enough, because I didn't want to splash my tower. Obviously do not want to choke this when I have such a nice lead. But I am not even sure. I think Fireball Log does enough, because I know Log was nerfed, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Fireball Log should still do 250, so I will just Fireball Log to finish off. Yeah, 58, okay, so just wanted to make sure. And that's going to be GG against a Mortar bait deck with Skelly King. So this deck has been pretty popular for the last few months, I think. And usually any fast cycle Mortar deck, I pretty much always tell you guys that you do need to win in single, because otherwise it is going to be a very hard matchup. So definitely important, and that play by ignoring the Musketeer damage was absolutely crucial and did end up letting me win. So for the next match right away against what looks to be a Chinese player, we'll give him the good luck, and TD's going to be running. And we are at 11 now, so would be really nice if we could actually just get this 12 win. Would be pretty exciting, but we will just split our archers here. And he is going, okay, goes for eye drag. I will Xbow on the right away, just because I'm not really sure what this is, but usually Inferno Dragon is a pretty annoying counter. Gonna go log on the barbs as well as knight, because miner's basically gonna get taken out, and I can't even go skeletons because I will have our ice spirit rather for the Inferno Dragon, so did commit quite a lot to that Expo, and he gives the good luck, so I think he's mad, but I guess I'll just give it back. And yeah, we got a 1000 damage connection early on, which is absolutely huge. And since he has Miner, Barbs, Inferno Dragon, I think he is going to be playing Lava Hound here. And I think he's not back to an eye drag right now, so I will probably Expo into his Lava, but I think he was one away, so he should be back to it now. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't have the best hand, so I think it would have been a decent play for him to go eye drag on the Expo, or maybe not, because I would just let it die and go archers to take it out, but either way, gonna go archers now, and I noticed that he can't really play his balloon. I think this is gonna be LavaLoon. He does also have arrows, which is pretty annoying because archers. But goes for a balloon. I'm gonna go Tesla really last second to try and pull the balloon, and we do get it off perfect. So this is a play that I really like to make. Just go for a fireball like this, and notice how I kept the Tesla alive, as well as took out the balloon. So kind of isolated the balloon away from the Lava Hound. And this is looking kind of sketchy because he has a lot, but Knight does thankfully walk up just in time, and I am back to another set of archers here. So that is going to be a really good defense, I would say, considering he just ignored our Expo. We kind of defended that lava push down 6 elixir, and we were able to do it. So he gives the good luck. I'm not sure if he's like saying it out of being annoying or being annoyed, or if he's like wishing us good luck for defending his next push. But either way, we'll go skeletons to defend against this eye drag, I guess, and then go for a high Tesla. And okay, that wasn't really the right idea, I guess, because unfortunately the Tesla cannot hit the eye drag in that situation. But still, Tesla will still be alive here, and I do have my fireball ready in case he wants to go skelly drags or anything like that. I think I am going to have to cycle back to another Tesla here for this balloon, so I will just do so, and I will get a really nice fireball off. So after this Tesla dies, I think actually Ice Spirit will hold the balloon in place, yeah, because the other tower was helping out, which was huge. Okay, goes for a balloon. I have a really bad cycle now. He does have arrows, yeah, so exactly. Notice how I didn't go for archers there. I went for an Expo instead, knowing that he had arrows, because if I went for archers, I basically would have gotten destroyed, since unfortunately I did not have anything, or rather my Tesla. And I think he's still mad because he's saying good luck, but I will just give the global tourney emote, I guess. And that is going to be a really nice 12 win. Which I'm really happy about, I guess, because I have not played in quite a while. I mean, I did try ladder a few days ago, but I really just haven't played much and haven't played very seriously. Also haven't really felt up to playing much, but that is going to be the 12 win And one loss, gonna screenshot that, I guess. And yeah, the one loss against RG was a bit tricky, but other than that, you know, really nice. I was actually sitting on this 8-0 Grand Challenge for a while. I was planning to make a pump bow video, but I never really got around to it. And especially because I didn't really feel like making a video for a while, I didn't do it. But I'm glad we were able to get it with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. Let's just go for this chest opening. So not too much of excitement here, I guess, in this chest opening, because I have almost everything max stack. And I haven't really gotten a champion from a Grand Challenge chest in quite a long time. I also did want to finish the GC off so that I could do this Barbarian Revenge event. But yeah, those were some really nice games, honestly. Really nice 12 win against LavaLoon. I feel like it's not an easy matchup, but we were able to play pretty well. Overall, though, pretty nice games here. Had the first one against E-Giant there, which is very common in this meta. So Lava and Mortar were nice ones. 2.6 was another nice one. RG, I feel like, was a bit tricky. I mean, I only lost by 21 HP, which wasn't even that bad. And it was unfortunate, but I think it's not a great matchup. But yeah, that was a really nice thing. And as you can see, I haven't really played like GCs or just much ever since the Royale tournament. So I am pretty glad I was able to get the 12 win there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And I guess that's going to be it. Oh, I do have a card mastery there, so I will claim that. But yeah, I don't know, like, I haven't really been feeling that great still, but I did want to try making a video, and I'm glad it went well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well, but I'm not sure how often I'll be uploading. Still gonna get back used to things, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.